In this video, I'm gonna help you figure out how to market to get new employees. What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Claudio, owner of WinRate Consulting and host of the Big Stud Podcast. It's a podcast. Go listen, go subscribe, leave a rating and a review. I really appreciate it. But getting new employees right now is one of the biggest challenges in our marketplace. Not even just finding quality ones, but right now there's a 60% no-show on interviews. It's nuts. Even people who are saying they want a job aren't even showing up for the interviews to get the job. So what can you be doing differently in order to market yourself and your business to get new employees? Brian Hess, if you don't know him, a great guy. He said most people don't have a recruiting problem, they have a marketing problem. And I'm going to break down what I think some of those things are. First, you're not doing a good enough job talking about your culture, your employees, your people, your meetings, and the way you go about helping people advance. In my opinion, there are just as many good employees who've been duped by bad companies as good companies who've been duped by bad employees. Think about it. How many times have you heard somebody say, you're gonna have opportunity, you're gonna make a lot of money, you're gonna get a truck, you're gonna get a business card, you're gonna get all this stuff, and the company doesn't deliver on it. So employees are just as nervous, especially the good ones who know they're good. They're just as nervous about joining a new team and going to a new company as you are about hiring a new employee. So you gotta show them what it would be like to work at your company. So the first thing I think you should be doing is recording / talking about / highlighting your team meetings. When you get people together like that, the culture grows, the excitement grows, the results grow, and there's a lot of people out there that don't have that level of engagement from their company on a consistent basis. And really what happens over time is eventually they see something, the other person, the great employee working somewhere else says, man, I wish I had an environment like that to thrive in and grow in. Because ultimately, the best employees are not looking. They're not on job boards, right? I look at this just similar to marketing, right? You didn't know you wanted that car, or wanted that drink, or wanted that steak until you saw the commercial, right? So what you wanted was put in front of you, and eventually you see it enough times, you're like, I guess I gotta go try that. Same thing with employees. If they're seeing you investing in your team and a good culture and a happy place to work, they may not be looking for a job, but they won't be able to ignore the fact that you have a great environment that they can grow in. Second thing is, as the owner, get on your social media and talk about who you are, what you believe in, the mission, the vision, the core values, why you do what you do. Because ultimately, I think it's proven across every industry, employees don't leave companies, they leave leaders, whether it's a manager, a direct manager within the company, or the leader of the company as a whole. So if you can get on there and talk about how you're doing, what you're doing, why you're doing, where you're doing, when you're doing, all the stuff that you do, it can be as simple as taking your employees to dinner, just sitting down talking about your core values, talking about how you're handling customer experiences, talking about how you're handling the employee experience, all these things that you do on a regular basis that you're just not talking about. I'm not asking you to be somebody different. I'm asking you to document the stuff you do already. So start talking about it. Number 2 is start talking about the things that you do as a leader. Number 3, and probably one of the most impactful parts of this from a single hit perspective, I think talking about what your team does, talking about what you do is the long-term strategy. A quick hit one is to get your employees to do testimonials about working at your company. We're really big on getting Google reviews, Facebook reviews, Google My Business stuff, testimonials from our consumer. But when's the last time you asked one of your employees how happy they were to be there? What is their experience like? Asking a new employee about, hey, you've been here for 30 days. What do you think so far? How was the training? How are you being handled? What were you given? What were the tools or assets you were handed in order to be successful? Because one of the worst things you can do in the first 30 days is not be ready. I've talked about that in previous videos when it comes to hiring and being prepared for that person. But if you show up and the person, or let me say they show up and you're ready to go, you're training them, giving them the tools, resources, all that kind of stuff they need to be successful, ask that person at the 30-day mark, hey, how has your first 30 days been? How's it been onboarding here? Post that stuff. Like, those are some of the most powerful things I truly believe, and I've kind of focused on, if you take care of your people, they'll take care of your customers. And so many people are externally focused, they forget about the people within their own organization. So those are 3 things I think you can be doing right now to market your business differently, to start recruiting. I believe this is the next wave of recruiting, how it'll be done the most effective, because employers and employees are both concerned that they're hiring the right person or going to work for the right person. And the better job you do at telling that story on a consistent basis will make it much easier for the best employees in your market to want to work for you. Ultimately, my goal here is to help you win fast and win often, and getting better about marketing your internal workings of your company. You will start to recruit, win, grow, scale, all the things you're trying to do a lot easier. Again, I'm Mike Claudio, owner of WinRate Consulting, and I want to help you win fast and win often.